Hello and welcome to another video from Escape with Friends. Today it's me David here, and today I am going to be bringing you episode 5 of my Let's Play series. Today we're going to start off with some ports progress. First of all, I managed to get enough plate to make the Superior Tetsu plate legs I was saving up for. As you can see now, I just made them. Got 21k XP, which is quite surprising. I didn't realise you got so much XP from making them anyway. So yeah, now I've got the Superior Tetsu plate legs. I went to go and do some QBD to find out how good they were. So that's what you're going to see next. So yeah, I went to QBD and the Tetsu plate legs were actually really good. I didn't expect them to be so good. When I looked at these stats with AJ, I found out that compared to Bando's Tacets, which is what I was using before, they're actually like really good. And on top of that, apparently the defensive armors are being buffed in the combat update, which is coming out. And you can go and look at the beta now. So what I might go and do is go and look at the beta and then find out how different it is. So yeah, that'll be interesting. So yeah, next I will be going for the Tetsu plate body. The reason I went for the Tetsu plate legs is because when I looked at the difference, I noticed that the difference between Tetsu plate legs and Bandos Tacet is bigger than the difference between Tetsu plate body and Bandos chest plate. So I'm not sure if that makes much sense, but it would give me more of a benefit to actually get the plate legs first. That's what I did. Also, on top of the plate legs being a bigger difference, it's obviously also it's much quicker to get because the plate legs are only 60 plate, whereas the plate body is 100 plate. As long as you're going for the superior Tetsu, which I did because you can repair it. It's just generally a lot better, I think, than the tradable Tetsu. So I don't know, if you're a skillet and you're doing player reports, then you probably would go for the tradable Tetsu because you're not really ever going to use it. But if you're a PVMer like me, then you probably go for the superior Tetsu. So I'm going to start working towards the superior Tetsu body now. And that I've already got all the scrolls for it. I still need to get the scrolls for the helmet, I think. But yeah, so that's gonna take a while, and I'll bring another video out obviously when I get that. But obviously that's gonna take a while, so there'll be videos in between, obviously. Um, yeah, a lot of obviously. So yeah, the QBD kills were quite fast. I didn't really have to think about food that much. As you'll see, by the end of the 2 kills, I'd only really eaten like 1 or 2 food, I think. I'm not really sure. But I did a couple of kills, and I did notice for sure that I was eating less food. And I think it was especially the range hits from QBD, which like the range hits can do up to like 2k damage, moderately consistently. Um, and so obviously this is where you take most of your damage from, as long as you've got super anti-fires. So yeah, these superior Tetsu plate legs had like a 17% um, like block chance versus ranged, which is that's just by themselves. With the rest of my armor, it was really weird. When it all piled up, if I took off my Tetsu plate legs, it would have dropped by more than 17%. But I didn't really get it. I never figured out how it quite worked. But anyway, with all of it combined, it was something like 34% range defense, range defensive block versus a level 198, which QBD isn't, but it's really good anyway. So yeah, that's one of the reasons that I think I was eating a lot less food, is because about 30% of these range hits were just being blocked, and it made it like obviously that means that my unicorn can catch up with the health that's being damaged, the amount of health I'm losing, much easier, and the shark doesn't really need to help that much. Also, with the QBD, the rewards you get for at the end, sometimes you can get rock tail, and that's really like with full Tetsu, I can imagine that's probably all you need. So you could probably just bring a load of overloads, load of anti-fires, your penance aura, and just a couple of sharks just in case. because the Tetsu will block almost all of those range attacks, because that's where most of it comes from. As long as you know what you're doing, as long as you don't get hit by the Tortured Souls, as long as you don't get time stopped, and as long as you know when the Super Breath is coming and you can read the chat. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to get on to the last week's picture competition, and I will just check for you now whether that was actually won or not. I'm fairly certain it wasn't, but I will check for you anyway. Last time I checked, at least, there wasn't a correct answer. So, in the comments... No, nobody got it. There were a couple of guesses, one from Kyle, and once again another guess from Assassin's Creed 2 for the win, and both of them got it wrong. The actual location was just northeast of the Fremenic Lodestone. I'm just going to be showing that footage now-ish, and yeah, so you'll be able to see that footage now. Yeah, so when I got there, I actually noticed that there were a load of Gathixian butterflies, which is quite surprising. I didn't realise that there was such a thing as a Gathixian butterfly. They must have come in over the last week, because when I last went there to take the picture, it wasn't actually... they weren't actually there. So that was a bit surprising. Anyway, yeah, so now I'm going to be showing how to get showing you how this new competition is going to work. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a timepiece from Al-Kharid, and you can buy this from Farouk, and I think there's a bit of video footage coming now showing you how to get to him and where the timepiece is. So you could, when you start the timepiece in your inventory, it will count the time, and then when you stop it, it'll tell you the time in your chat box. So the competition is to see who can get the fastest 2 consecutive kills at QBD. I'll just show you now. You're supposed to start the timer just before you take your first hit. If you start it afterwards, you are disqualified. And you're supposed to stop the timer just after the last node has gone blue. So you'll also be disqualified if you stop the timer before that. You're allowed to hybrid, you're allowed to use Berserk and Sunshine and things like that. You're allowed to use Overload, you're allowed to use Super Anti-Fires, you're allowed to use anything you like, just not Death Touch darts, as assume, like, I don't know, you might have those, I guess, but yeah, no Death Touch darts. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. Good luck with your back-to-back QBD kills, and I'll see you next time with my next episode of my RuneScape Let's Play series. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.